Hey everyone, we're back at it again. Yeah, we're back at a Kerbal Space Program. We'll just go ahead and switch over. First and foremost, yes, I did totally bork the live notification, but it says everything right here. We've got episode 2 of career mode ready to go. So we've got Sparrow done. I'd say it's time to put it to work and complete the first couple of contracts. So what I'm going to do is switch over to KSP real quick. And let's load the save, shall we? Also going to turn up the music just a tiny bit so that my auto ducking isn't as aggressive. This is a very long intro song, but a very good one too. It's called Orbit by Downtown Binary. Which, granted, VOD viewers, you're not going to be listening to any music this stream again because it's on the VOD. What I'm going to do is turn the gamed up volume down to, like, say, 75%. And I want to go ahead and get switched over to the actual stream beats. So for live viewers, sorry for this slight whiplash, but we're going to finally go ahead, enter mission control, and we are finally going to get our first couple of contracts. Start the space program. I want to go ahead and complete this and accept that contract. Next, I want to go ahead and accept the Orbit Kerbin contract. How are you guys doing today, chat? I am doing very well. Oh, rover missions. Ooh, that's gonna be really good. If you guys are wondering why these contracts look a little different, that's because I got some contract packs to overhaul it. Basically, the stock contracts aren't that good, so we're gonna be doing our own stuff. And I think the last thing I want to do is I think that'd be a good idea. Hmm. Honestly, hmm. Blind study of Kerbin. Interesting, but you know what? I think the two contracts we have are good enough. It's just simply get to space, get to orbit. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and open up Sparrow's craft file. I went ahead and I made a couple changes. Namely, starting to add the provisions for solids. But before we could do that, I just want to go ahead and move forward with the Block 1 design. I gotta see, which one is it? Your Flight 1. No, I redid some of this. Verniers. Yep. Are you the final Block 1? Yeah, we've waited long enough. Let's get this thing to work. Though, I really do want to get the Block 1.5 upgrade up and running. So, here's what I'm going to do. That's the block 1.5 master craft file. We'll just go ahead and, yeah, reroute. I'll just go ahead and get rid of these. Perfect. I'm pretty sure, because I learned that rerouting to this fairing worked out very well. Because one of the changes I did here was actually, well, add more fuel to the stage. But now it's time to add payloads. I also add the provision for solids. So I'll label this as the flight ready file and save it. And based on the config, all I have to do is just open this up, attach the boosters, and we're good to go. But I think here I can actually run these up to the to further up on the tanks. You're the TO6. The Terrier I want in a separate stage. Cool, cool. Stage is now figured out. I'd say it is time to go ahead and start making payloads. Though it won't be a bad idea to just put an adapter on it. I'll just radial offset you. Be more inside. We'll go ahead and run auto struts. Yep, you're all grandparent strutted. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and get the payload attachment fitting all figured out. Crossfeed disabled. Radially attached. So they're not entirely in the structural line. And let's go ahead and let's make our first satellite. And let's go ahead. I mean, our first satellite really doesn't need that much. All it really needs is... Yeah, an SAS wheel could help out. Make sure everything's all auto Make sure that your absolute snapped. And auto strings on the grandparent part. I mean, here I'm not really for the most part I'm just gonna freehand this thing. Okay, in real life batteries are actually extremely heavy, so I think we need like 2 of them. Yeah, that's a nice little satellite. How much tonnage is it? How much is tonnage? Half a ton? Yeah. This is the payload that SLV was built for. Now I just need communications. Now let's have some fun. So I guess we could just call this baby Explorer 1. Ooh, I have a better idea. Hey, Graham, how's it going? As you can see, we finally got the first satellite under construction. Now, what do we call this thing? Because granted, here, I just slapped the whole thing together. I'm more concerned about the rockets performing well, and not so much the satellite. What's this one for? The first couple of contracts. Launch something and reach orbit. In other words, this is our Sputnik. You know what? Maybe I will do some science experiments on board. Experiments that require scientists to reset. I'm just gonna hold off on it. You got it. Ooh, what's... Lay it on me. Prospector 1. Well, you know what, Graham? I'll run with it. Or actually, hang on. I'll do that. Prospector satellite. I'll name the mission Prospector 1. And I believe here, we just have to integrate the launch vehicle. So what I'm going to do is save, open. I'm going to go ahead and merge. Mm-hmm. Oh, name it Prospector 1. Oh, I also figured out the solid rocket motor attachments. But for this mission, I don't think we need them. So, they'll be scrapped. Alright, this is it. First launch. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Oh, before we do, let me go ahead and change it so that the fairings aren't expanding. Because I would just want to go ahead and add some decals. Namely, this top fairing right here. Because I have the perfect decal for it. Let's go to utility. Set flag. The first launch of the RPSA's Prospector missions. Oops. Guess I clicked the wrong one. Luckily, I have it saved. I wonder why I clicked the wrong fairing plate. The fairing expansion, you'll be off. And we're just going to be doing the same thing as before. I need transparent. I want to set the flag. And reset it back to you. I'll bring this out by just a smidge. Alright, we're good to go. Check my staging. Now, before I go ahead and launch, I'm just going to go ahead and run ads real quick while I do final checkouts and integration. So, for some of the live viewers that aren't subbed, I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. But for VOD viewers, well, you guys get extra content. Same story for subs, so I will be right back. Again, the reason why I'm running ads now is because I can't stand pre-rolls. I just can't freaking stand pre-rolls. I hate ads that much. In the meantime, I'm making sure that the rocket is perfectly centered. It is. Man, I'm really liking how this thing came out. Very Thor-able. I want to attach, 3 of these clamps to the bottom, 4 of these clamps to the bottom of the tank. Yep, I want absolute.
Discovery Houston, your go at throttle up. Roger, go.
Yo, Graham! Thank you for the Prime sub! I wasn't expecting that out of you, dude. But yeah, thank you so much for the Prime sub, and welcome to the RPSA. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm just going ahead and getting ready. Because I'm also going to grading it like this, because remember, lay down the line, we're going to be adding solids to this thing. I want that on the heaviest part. These could go into their own group. And I'd say Prospector is ready to go. This is it. The first non-rewindable payload. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Well, other than the one thing. Send it. Let's send it. Fingers crossed, chat. Fingers crossed. Oh, and just in time because the rest of the community's back. All right, we're gonna be going ahead, and I'd say engine chill has started. Chat, are we go? Okay, we gotta go for launch. Let's see who else is out there. Okay, from what it looks like, we're all go for launch. So, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff! Liftoff of the Prospector 1 mission, kicking off the RPSA's new venture into space. Roll program. Nice and easy now. Nice and easy. Prospector now pitching down range. Little wobble, but that's okay. Entering the throttle bucket. Prospector and Sparrow throttling down. Preparing for maximum aerodynamic pressure. And Vehicle now supersonic. Throttling up. Standing by for stage one cutoff and separation. Separation confirmed. Good ignition. Good telemetry. Standing by for fairing separation. Fairing separation confirmed. The Archer upper stage now carrying Prospector. Its desired 70 kilometer by 70 kilometer orbit. Telemetry looks good. Archer now throttling down now. The final kick into orbit. Oh, we were just shy. Oops. Ooh, just short. I want to go ahead and select control from here. I'm good to undock. All right. Good news is that Prospector 1 can in fact make orbit. And we're good to go. Four, three, two, one. Burn, baby, burn. Prospector 1's engine has been lit. We did it! We made it to orbit! It would be worth more if I were to, but at the same time, that'd be an easy contract to complete. Let's see, 8.4 plus 5.6. Hang on. Streamer brain. Streamer brain. 14 science versus. That's 12. Science. I'm okay with that. To the Space Center. Where that contract is now officially complete. Oh, look at that, chat. And we got 26 science out of that, too. Oh, we got you have this contract. Well, we need an MLV first. Start exploring the Mun. Hmm. I bet Sparrow could actually hit the Mun. Launch a satellite into low Kerbin orbit. Whoa! New contracts just came in. Establish an LKO relay. Interesting. Most interesting, actually. We also got the part testing contracts. Pick off space tourism. Okay, get a probe into orbit. I just completed that. Orbit a probe and return it safely home. Okay, I think I can do this. It was also clear we're going to need a much more powerful rocket going forward. What do we do? At a Lagrange point. see, Exploration Plus. Form a series of orbital maneuvers in orbit around the home world. I'm gonna wait until I put a Kerbal in space first. For now, Sparrow needs way more time to mature. Cobra Bubbles, how are you? Well, things are going very well. As a matter of fact, in this career mode, I've got some good news. We got a satellite we now have a satellite above Kerbin. Prospector 1 probe. Don't worry, do not worry about that. Hang on, are you suborbital? I want to see what this is. Because if that's the satellite, which it shouldn't be. Hang on, rename vessel. Satellite? Yeah, we got it for satellite. But it's also clear that Sparrow, or SLV, needs a little more oomph. So I'm gonna go back to the Space Center real quick. And we are going to... Yep, just will go ahead and refresh my, Just want to refresh, my dash. Let's see here. What now? Right now, we're exploring the contracts that we now currently have access to. I think a flyby of the Mun could actually work.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Boosters in ignition.
Hi, Ozzy. Thanks for the raid. How are you? Great, great. We just launched our first satellite in this career mode. Boosters in ignition? Yeah, I got that for the Artemis 1 launch from the Artemis 1 lunchbox guy, and thanks for the follow. So career mode action, nice. That's not all.
Boosters in ignition.
Yo, Ozzy, thanks for the follow, dude. Because I was working on this. This is my small launch vehicle. Yeah, I borrowed the techniques to build this thing from EJ. What this is meant to be is essentially my Redstone, my Delta, my Falcon 1, my Electron. Right now, it's a little underpowered. It just barely got this thing into orbit, but the satellite needed to run off its own power. If we want to get to the Mun, I'm going to need to upgrade this. Or we start building an MLV, a medium launch vehicle. And I have quite the base for it too. If I were to make an MLV, yep, we're looking at my stream elements here for just a quick second. What I want to base it off of, yeah, Atlas Centaur. Because, I mean, just look at this thing. Just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. And I'm pretty sure that's from Slick 36 back in the 60s. Oh, it's the Surveyor 1 launch. Yeah, it's this thing. Yeah, that's from Slick 36A. Wait. that's where NG1 launched. But yeah, the goal of this career mode, I'm copying the space program. Well, I'm copying the space program for the 60s anyway. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. And for all the raiders, thank you guys for coming in. My name's Nova Raptor, but you can also call me Nova. I'm a variety streamer. And I've been posting a lot more stuff on the YouTube side of things to get content going over there. And I forgot to turn on source record for that. Oh well, we'll go again. Nah, I've already got the VOD, so I'll probably just turn on source record if I need to record later on anyway. But yeah, and we just launched our first satellite, and we're figuring out the next contracts. Which, there's Prospector 1. As for this stage, that's just gonna fall back to Kerbin. Now, what do we want to accept as the next contract? That would be really nice. And I think, a prospector-derived LRO can easily get to the Mun. The thing is, we're going to need a kick stage. Fortunately, I know exactly what to use as a kick stage. We could definitely use something based off Rocket Lab's Curie kick stage. Wait. Why did I think of that? That could have helped out with Sparrow easily. But eventually, I do want to get up to Atlas Centaur. Oh, Ozzy, I forgot to give you the SO, dude. Everyone, go follow Ozzy if you aren't already, which I'll go ahead and follow myself. So I'll be sure to stop by sometime. But now, let us, form an atmospheric expression. Perform this on Kerbin. Nova, I'll be working. I appreciate the commentary and the music, though. No worries, Lunchbox Guy. Hey, go ahead. No worries, Lunchbox Guy. I'll still be here. If you want to pop back in, feel free to do so whenever you want. Just have to keep it in the community. Thank you so much, Ozzy. I really appreciate it. Because I'm getting back on the Twitch grind. What the heck? What do I want? I can accept a ton of contracts. Hang on. That's 19 million meters. That's a very high orbit. This I could do with Prospector right now. So I'll go ahead and accept that. And you know what? That would be nice to have. So I could get some more launches lined up. So I'll go ahead and accept this contract here. Surveys. Let's see. Unmanned missions. This I want to do as it'll allow me to basically get something like, say, the Discoverer probe ready to go. Which Discoverer was a series of probes back in the 1960s that launched on Titan missiles, I believe? But also some Deltas as well. But either way, that can lead to some very fun shenanigans, so I'm going to go ahead and accept this contract here. And this we've already done, so I'll get Prospector 2 ready to go. And while I'm at it, let's get the Minmus flyby too. And now we could go ahead and begin developing a kick stage. Because we're clearly going to need that. Wait, this is just free money. Test the skiff? I don't even have that. Test the ants at the launch site. I mean, this is just free money, so... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and jerry-rig something for the ant. I'll just do this. This. And this. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this contract. Seriously, Ozzy, I still can't get over the raid, dude. Just thanks. Seriously, thanks. Launch site, Kerbin. That's just free. That's free money right there. If you have a contract like that, just kill it. I mean, yeah, I'm okay. I'm so much trying to run this like an actual space program too. So, see, I need field research, biome study of Kerbin's water. Well, that could absolutely be done with a crew, with a Kerbinaut. We've also got research advanced division. Gather data at Kerbin shores. Investigate the atmosphere in several areas around Kerbin. And before the quest experiments, be mindful of the altitudes required. Let's see. What's this one? Mystery goo, material study, temperature scan. We can do this contract. We could absolutely do this contract. But where are the altitudes? Oh, and high. Okay, this could definitely be done for a lunar flyby. But I definitely want to see if we can get this done in the same mission. So it would require sending Kerbals to the Mun, which I don't think we should do that right now because we just launched. Okay, for now though, let's just get another prospector mission ready to go. Because it's clear we're going to get a kick stage. And a darn powerful one. Because we're going to the big leagues at this point. Let's see. Prospector satellite. Oh. There you are. Yep, that's more than enough. I'll keep the science experiments light. And, let's see here. Should we add a little RCS fuel? Because I'm thinking, for lower priority burns, we don't need, we don't have to waste this. Rather use this. Also, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just turn that wheel off. And it would help out with, yeah, I'm thinking we should. Let's see, command control. Hang on, center mass. And do that. Now, are those aligned? No, they are not aligned. Now they're aligned. But for actuation toggles, no need for any of this stuff because the reaction wheel's gonna be doing that. Now I'll go down the list here. And we only need like what, one thing of RCS? Yeah, I'd say so. And that should do it. Well, those are no longer go firing through the center mass. So I'll save you as Prospector 2. And what I need to work on now is a small kick stage. Which, I'm thinking this will be more than enough. Because if you think about it, I have a 1.5 meter wide payload fairing. Or maybe... that'll work. Wait, I need you to be strut to the grandparent part. Let's see now. Let's see. Hang on. Hang on. Prospector 2, I'll save that for now. I want to open. Rather, no. No. Yeah, that's right. Docking port. Another trick I learned from EJ. Docking ports are, ironically, one of the strongest things on the planet. So as a kick stage, why not use it? Or rather, for a kick stage. Oops, hang on. There we go. Just make sure you disable crossfeed. You know, I kind of like that look. Let's see. We've got, oh my god, I think that's more than enough. Now I'm thinking about it. That's a heck of a kick stage. Hang on. Yeah, that's the spacecraft's engine. And this is the kick stage engine. Toy kilonewtons 320. Yeah, you're a good kick stage. Because I'm pretty sure these are based off the real life Rutherford engines. If I am not mistaken. Granted, I could also just do what they did back in the 60s and just add solids. Don't believe me? That's how Explorer 1 did it. I mean, either way, we're gonna be adding solids regardless. So, I mean, in order to keep this thing simple, less rocket on my rocket, the further my rocket will go. I think that's good enough. Or maybe, just maybe, but do I need that much fuel? I mean, since mine is basically Delta derived. Ooh, a PAMD motor would allow me to do that. And half throttle. Let's see. I mean, either way, solids, they're solids. But in order to get a good idea of how efficient it is, I actually have to attach the payload to it. Let's see here. Spam D? Now I'm gonna open up Prospector 2. It's all the way up here because, well, I want to get integrated because the first one I want to integrate on I cannot speak today. I wanted to integrate the first one on Sparrow so that we could launch. And now I want to see if this has more than enough Delta V to get to the Mun. Now I'm going to save, open. I'll look for the Spam D. I'm going to click merge. You've got, wow, that's actually not that bad Delta V. But we're really gonna have to pick and choose. That could get me on a Mooner flyby. Easily, actually. And that's 2 tons of payload. Yeah, a Sparrow with 2 or 3 SRBs can easily pull this off. And because I have you on here, Might we take a quick look? You're the spark. That's not enough Delta V. That's not enough Delta V. $240. Yeah, this is way more efficient. And as for the final compare. Oh my god. This could do it. Though I still like this idea a lot more. Yeah, you may be more efficient, but this has overall more Delta V. And that's the thrust limiter. $15, that's my lucky number. Yeah. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. This is what we go with. 59 seconds, TLI. I'll go ahead. I'm going to save and continue. I'm going to bring in Prospector 1. Oops. Yeah, oops, my bad. I actually want to open a Prospector 2 real quick. Cool, you're there. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, open you up. And I want block 1.5. I want the flight ready one, and I'm going to merge. Game? Nope. Nope. Borked it. I borked it. I'm just gonna go ahead and reload. Open. Don't save. I want to go ahead and merge you. Did it again. Open. Don't save. You. Merge. Now, I know what you guys are from Aussie chat probably thinking, will this guy hurry up? I'm trying, okay? Finally! Well, we got some good news and we got some bad news. The good news is we've integrated. Bad news is the fairing's too small. But the good news is, I know exactly how to fix this. Do I want the, extended fairing? That's what I'm thinking, Graham, extended fairing. Or we could just make a new vehicle from scratch, which, I mean, I already built this thing. I want to put this thing to work. I can't also just give this thing more oomph off the ground. But where's the fun in that? Shroud is disabled. But first and foremost, I want to go ahead and get the, and get my rulers out. I'm going to go ahead and... No, wait. I want absolute snap. Three. Yep, you're... Excellent. You're on absolute. Get you up here. Rotate you around. Do this. Granted, I'm not building on a jig here. Because this is just a simple fix. A very easy fix, actually. Fairing expansion is going to be off. He said expansion. First and foremost, grow up. Second, yeah, it is kind of sort of funny. Let's see. That's a 2-meter long fairing. And the game's borking out. Hey, Make One B, how are you? You finally found me! Yeah, I just started a career mode in KSP. And this is my small launch vehicle, Prospector. Delta-derived, actually. Right now, we're trying to reach the Mun, and I figured, you know what? Just add a booster. Just add a solid and get it over with. Maybe I'll go ahead and delete the fairing. Hey, Tim Dodd. Tim Dodd, the Astro Boy. Wait. God. I forgot this is a closed fairing. Great. Stock system? Yes, stock. But I did add some contract mods because... Okay, I'm gonna be real. The contract system... The stock contracts are just ass in my opinion. Wait, there's a much easier way of doing this. There's a much easier way of doing this. Maybe we should just add boosters to the core. Yeah, they could be a bit... Exactly. So, I took the liberty of downloading a couple contract packs to overhaul the stock contracts. And essentially make them more fulfilling. Right now, our vehicle here, Sparrow, just launched its first satellite. And I'm getting ready for round 2. And see if I can get a Mooter flyby on top of that. Science experiments, I'm holding off on until I can get crew up there. Which, I'm treating this as a very with Blue Orange's method, Gradium Ferociter. Slowly yet surely, ferociously. Actually, no. I retested it, Graham. This thing cannot do 3 tons to Duna. It's more or less like 1.5 tons to orbit. Because I did it. Because when we attach the fuel tanks to the fairing, we added fuel to the stage. So our data's wrong. Yeah, this is an oversight on my behalf. I mean, if you want to keep this thing liquid, I have a very simple fix. Add another swivel. And we just basically make Titan 1. But since this is supposed to be a Delta rocket... Hang on, if we're going to be doing this... Don't save. I have a better idea. Where's my Mastercraft file? Right, this is Mark V. I abandoned the Mark in favor of the versions. First, get rid of this. Just get rid of this. Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1. Oh, again, shout outs to EJSA for actually giving me the idea of using a jig. And honestly, I love this thing. Where was I? Wait, this is the wrong version. I need block 1.5. There's the Mastercraft file. Thank you, Passnova. That's 1 meter. That's 2 meters. Two and a half. 3. Three and a half. 4. 4-meter long payload fairing. Four and a half meter long payload fairing. Jeez, that was a long fairing. Am I sure I just can't add solids? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 2.5 meters. That's absolutely 2.5 meters, I know. I'll go up to a 3-meter long payload fairing. I still need it to be, well, reasonably long. Let's see. Version 5, block 1.5, extended fairing. There we go. Good enough for me. Okay, let's get this thing integrated. Ah, right. Part of the block 1.5 upgrade was that I attached solids. These are attached to that to this fairing plate here. So I'll be adding, yeah, I want to add 2 thumper motors. Let's see. I just need 2. Let's see. Alright, that should be good enough for now. Because I learned on Delta 2, the SRBs were actually attached to the tanks. So here, we're just gonna do the same thing as Delta 2. And attach them to the tanks. Okay, it's gonna be manage ignition. And then, those SRBs are gonna give it quite the jolts. Oh, I have tried RP1 in stream a while back. It never really materialized. Oh, okay, go ahead and snooze ads for everyone here and for everybody here because I don't want you guys to get get hit with ads. I really don't. Hang on. It just looked a little sketchy. The way they were attached, like that. This kind of looks like a Titan rocket now. Right. Once those boosters separate, they'll be good to go. I think it what caused it. I overbuilt the upper stage. Again. Yeah, this will do the job a lot better. And here, we could actually make a, if I wanted to, a liquid-fueled kick stage. Man, I learned a lot from EJ. Wow. All right, and we got payload integration figured out. One thing we're gonna do now on the core stage is, well, strut her up. All right. Let's go ahead and if you're on absolute snap. What I'm also going to do is attach these to the Okay, guys, pre-rolls are running on. I do not want pre-rolls at all, so I'm just gonna say screw it and run some ads real quick. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be going anywhere. I'm just gonna be finishing up the strut work, and then we'll get to integrating the payload and, well, launching it. If you guys are watching the VOD, don't worry, you're gonna see the whole thing. So I will be back in a couple of minutes. For those coming into the stream and watching the VOD, hey, how you doing? As for me, just strutting up this rocket. And let's try something a little new. I know what you're thinking. Oh god, what is he thinking? First and foremost, I want fairing expansion off. And let's turn rigid attachment on and see what happens. When I strut the, I want to see if I can run from booster to, or maybe it's more advantageous to run from booster to fairing? Oh, it is. It's very advantageous to run from booster to fairing. I have no idea what I just signed up for. And I'm horrified. Where's that strut? There you go. There you are. Bring it out just a tiny bit. There we go. All's a goodin'. Extended fairing. I'm just gonna rename you to Block Pharaoh version 5, Block 1 of Yup. 2 SRBs. Save as the master. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to left click. Rather, I'm going to click on that. Let's get this baby integrated. Get you off your jig. And you're good to be reattached. What the? That's not supposed to happen. I'm just gonna throw you out, open. Merge. That can get rid of. Grandparent strut. Yeah, I'd say we're ready to go. Now, let's go on ahead and... Oh, hey, you guys are back. Yeah, let's go ahead and open up Prospector 2. For you, I'm going to save this as the flight ready file. Open up Prospector 2. That'll do it. This is it, guys. First Mooner mission. And the first time that boosters like this have been flown. Oops. I just found something that's that could be very bad. That could be very, very bad. Oopsies. I have no idea what's going on. And that horrifies me. Now I know what's going on. And... in you go. Yep, I'll do it like that so I know I've placed them. Now I want to run from booster to... yeah, I'll once again go from booster No, this time I boosted a fuel tank. Granted, this is just supposed to be a very simple SLV to launch. I'll put the struts here, so I know I've placed them. And I'm good to save. Save and roll out to the pad. The experimental nature of solid rocket boosters can scare me at times. Well, the experimental nature is here. Oops, I want that. I just want these to release once the SRBs have a chance to fire. Alright, we're no longer... Alright, let's do this. This is officially the RPSA's first attempt at a moon shoot. Our goal is to simply fly past the mun. And maybe grab some scientific data while we're at it. Alright. Let's do this. No turning back. I mean, I have the ability to revert, but I'm choosing to not use it. Huh. Our setting node's 2 degrees? Set as target. Yeah, fly by the mun. I want that. Alright, let's do this. Engine chill has started. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Vehicle pitching downrange. Max Q. And we have burnout of the SRBs. Good separation. Well, guys, Guess you know what we need to give Sparrow a little more kick. Yeah, we're gonna make... Honestly, Graham, you just put it perfectly. This is gonna be easy. Hopefully. Bearing separation. Not a bad idea, Graham. I'm trying to keep an eye on my Delta V margins. Yep, I'm good. Here we'll do a Seco 1. So I think for a Minimus flyby, I want to get an MLV up and running. And obviously for something like, say, Mercury. If this is only going to be a quick 5-second burn, which is very nice. I have the extended burn time indicator on. I know there's a mod called Better Burn Time out there, which I have used in the past, but here I'm just going to be using the stock extended burn time indicator and see what I can do with it. But the good news, this whole thing held. Okay, we're 30 seconds out. I can't believe it. The RPSA's second mission, and we're already doing a Mooner flyby. 2, 3, 2, 1. That's that contract complete. Now, to reach transmuter space. It's going to require a significant portion of fuel, but we'll be on an escape trajectory. So I'd say that's the exact trajectory we want. Game? Never tell me the odds. Oh, I didn't save the looter version. Oh well. Well, in the meantime, we'll extend these antennas. And get ready to get out to translunar space. Now go ahead and let her drift. And we should be good to go. And have her hold. And there, we just simply time warp. Yeah, I think adding solids definitely helped spare her out a lot. I'll go ahead and extend my antenna. Again, game, never tell me the odds. We'll get there. Oh, we'll get there all right, one way or another. All right, we've got 24 seconds until we are ready for the translunar injection burn. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This looks good. We overburned. Luckily, I know how to fix this. Focus view real quick. And now, ooh, we have a Minmus flyby. I'm gonna wait until we have a more powerful upper stage, or an or an extended core stage, yeah, or just a bigger launch vehicle. But for now, Prospector 2 is on its way to the Mun. Never to see Kerbin again. I'll get rid of the error GUI. As for this, we're going to go ahead and we are going to get those contracts complete. So I'm going to go back to the Space Center real quick. And let's see what other contracts we could complete. Dang, 36 science? Not bad, hombre. Not bad. Oh, we can now land probes in 3 different biomes. This opens up the, Oh, dang, dog. How much reputation do I have? I've got 63 points. Wait, I've got 63 points? Pilot focus. Engineer focus. And scientist focus. Oh, if you guys are wondering what mod I'm using here, this mod is called Strategia. It's a complete overhaul of the strategy system that Kerbal Space Program has. Oh man, I want an impactor probe. Gain to other bodies. Receiving contracts for the MUN. Well? Hey chat, should we accept this strategy? Because that's what I'm thinking. Plus, the MUN and Minimus would be extremely helpful. But I need to get another prospector mission out there for Minimus missions. We just did the satellite. Oh wait, that's why. Surveys, I'm gonna wait. Rover missions. This I want to get to. And I think we actually can make this. Part testing. Test the LY-35 medium landing gear on Kerbin. I mean, it's free money, so I'm gonna go ahead and accept that contract. This, I have an idea. Now, what's this part they wanted me to test out? The LY-35 landing gear? Well, I know how to do this. Admittedly, this is going to be our first Kerbinaut. is going to be Jebediah Kerman. The courageous Jebediah Kerman. So we can go ahead and launch. I'm not going to care about auto-strutting and whatnot because it's not actually going to fly. I'm quite literally just going to plug it down onto the runway, test the gear, and come back. Let's see. I'll go ahead and run the test. You've got to be kidding me. Well, at least we have it. You know, I know how to cheese this thing. I absolutely know how to cheese this thing. What I'm thinking here, chat, is simply take a sparrow, plug this on top of the sparrow of the Archer upper stage. Boom. We collect our contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, first, I want to go ahead and check in on Prospector 2. And see how that's going on. I'll have to let Ozzy know that, yeah, we reached the Mun. Hey, if anyone from Ozzy's chat is still here, can you guys do me solid and help me out real quick? Because Prospector 2 is on its way to the Mun. Look at all the contracts that just opened up. Holy cow! Yeah, I gotta make sure. Which one's the stage, and which one's the actual probe? Okay, you're the satellite. So it says Prospector 2 probe. Yeah, so of that, sorry, I just want to stretch. Sorry about that, guys. Just want to stretch real quick. Oh, man, that's hot. I'm just going to rename you to... Let's see here. Right, I have Kerbal Colonies installed. Wait, yours enabled? I was about to say, watch it blow up. But yeah. Rename vessel. I'll simply rename you to Prospector 2. Now I'll go back to the Space Center. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to go back and focus on the next mission. Because we've got that landing gear contract, we may as well go take it. Plus, I'm pretty certain I could jerry-rig it. In fact, I could take the launch vehicle from Prospector 2. So I'll go ahead and open that. Prospector 2. All this has to do is just simply get into orbit. I'll put those at like 70% throttle. $66. Hey guys, should I do the funny number? Oh god, the funny number is actually worth it. Yeah, funny number time. I think it's funny number time. Let's see, I want to start retracted. Oh god, I hate this. I hate this, but it's free money, so... I'll just name this thing, I'm not gonna save this Prospector 2. No! Geary Mick Gearface 1. Save. Because we just want to go up, get our payday, and complete the contracts. Because apparently I can't read. Well, as a raptor, I eat InGen scientists. I don't read. Auto shot onto the heaviest part. Same story for you. Auto strut heaviest part. And detach when the solid rocket motors are lit. Alright, we're good to go. You know, I really like how it looks the extended fairing, now they've attached SRBs on it. So yeah, we're good to go. This is mission 3 now. Simply put, we're just gonna do the landing gear. You know what? I really don't care. Engine chill complete. 3, 2, 1. Roll program. Throttling back up. Good booster sep. My climb angle is a bit high. I'm aware, Graham. If we put those SRBs pack quite a punch. So I'm very well aware that my climb angle is incredibly steep. That's why I'm trying to fix it literally now. I'm thinking to maybe 30% thrust so I still have control. Not a bad idea, but I still want to have a little oomph off the pad. Like maybe a TWR no higher than, say, oh, I don't know. How does 1.3 sound? Good second stage ignition. Bearing jettison confirmed. Climb angle is a bit high, but I won't lie on this, though. It is a great vehicle to launch stuff to the moon. I mean, it's a very elliptical orbit. Okay, where's that damn contract? There's that damn contract. Maybe Prospector 3 could get up to that orbit. And we're good to go. I'm just gonna burn at apogee because it's really just kill the contract, test, just test the gear, and then deorbit the upper stage. This may have been overbuilt, but holy crap, is my vehicle nice. 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm good for testing. Ooh, that's bad. And you orbit the stage. 1.4 to 1.6, and then maybe like, yeah, I want TWR of say 1 for the second stage. Well, 1 in a vacuum. Meanwhile, we can just go ahead. I'll shut down the engine. Kill the RCS. And we are just gonna watch this thing's fiery demise. Well, this streamer did say we're going to put Sparrow to work. Man, are we putting Sparrow to work already? Oh, there's Firefly kicking in. Seriously, EJ needs this mod. Oh, look at that! Very pretty. Hey, make one B if you're still here. You seeing this? Because look at this. Mach 6? Yeah, you seeing this whole thing? Because look at how pretty those re-entry effects are. Dude, that's the trail! Nice effects. Oh my god, the shadow. I'm surprised. This thing is holding up very, very well with re-entry. Unfortunately, I didn't do a controlled re-entry, so... Someone's house is about to get destroyed. Headphone users. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the game volume down for a tiny bit. End of mission. That was a good end of mission. We got our payday. We got the extra science we needed. Overall, all is good. And I think that actually led to us unlocking the gear. Did we unlock the gear? Nope, it was only a temporary thing. Dang. Oh well. Let's see what other contracts we have. Let's see. We've got you. Oh yeah, I did accept this contract. These two, not quite yet, because I want to get the Centaur. Well, an Atlas Centaur up and running anyway. Or a Titan. Ooh, put a relay satellite around it. That'd be very useful for a crewed mission. See, biome study of Kerbin's water. Splash down. Yeah, I could do this. I could absolutely do this. But I also... When do we pull the trigger in crewed flight? Don't we need something like an X-15 first? Definitely want to wait. I definitely want to wait on something like an X-15 or Project Mercury. Let's see. Massive scale launches. Whack-Jobian? Oh, Whack-Jobian. Yeah, Whack-Jobian. Of at least 20 tons. I could do that with an MLV. Free ice cream. I mean, it's free ice cream. At least 25 reputation. Land probes in different biomes on the Mun. A penalty of 1,500 funds will be applied if canceled before the objective is completed. And this is the Minmus one. At a time. Must have orbited Kerbin. Plant a flag on the Mun. That's my goal. But first, we have to get our the astronaut training program. Huh. This pilot focus. There's engineer focus. And there's science. And then there's science focused. Scientist focus. Sorry. Hey guys, which of these strategies should we go for? I'm thinking Mun probes. But it would be easier to land a Minimus. But this would give you the incentive to go build a larger launch vehicle. This would absolutely give you the incentive to build a larger launch vehicle. Dang, man. You know what? I decided. Why is it? Oh, the bodies. Let's do Mun probes. You want to activate the strategy. Not yet. I want to double check my contracts first. Do we have anything for Minmus? Yep, return the first signs from the Mun. I could definitely do that. So I'll go ahead and I'll complete that contract right now. Because I won't lie. That science is way too tempting. That's just the spent upper stage. And she could be stuck in a graveyard orbit at that point. So I'll go ahead and terminate that terminate that. And you, my friend, are the one that's actually going to the transmuter space. So that's Minmus. What I'm going to do is warp ahead. Because I could do that, even though I really should be building other launchers at this point, and other spacecraft, getting ready for other missions. But here, the science gain is too worth it. Log temperature. I took over a contract. Oh, I have to do that and return science. I didn't read the whole contract. Well, here it is, chat. The Mun. Just want to get at the screenshot. All right. Oh, return the first signs of the Mun. Well, in that case, log temperature. Transmit. Contract complete. Back to the Space Center we go. All right, chat. We have been live for roughly 2.5 hours. So far, so good. And look at that. We basically have 1 million funds ready to go. Well, I can think of one thing I want to upgrade. The good news is a lot of our stuff so far is yeah, a lot of all of our missions so far have been pretty inexpensive, which is really cool. But it's time to start getting more and more stuff done. So I'm thinking for the next part, it's finally time to start sending Kerbals up. Well, eventually. We have to. Launch a satellite into a low Kerbin orbit. I can do that. Longitude of ascending node. Inclination. Yeah, I could get this done. Maybe if I could, maybe it's time to begin Sparrow Block 2. And I'll do what I said. Give it another swivel, and we basically make a small version of Titan. Yeah, a Block 2. I mean, still gonna use Block 1.5. After all, that's our Delta. When does the capsule happen? Soon. I'm gonna have to figure out how to engineer a launch escape system, though. Because I don't have the Separatrons. And if something happens, remember, I'm not gonna even if I have the option, no reverts. I want to get my Kerbal back. Just go ahead and snooze ads for now. There are other methods. I'm aware, Graham, but I do want to match the Mercury escape tower. Kerbals already equipped with chutes, but again, the Mercury escape tower is just so cool. To begin development of MLV, we could do Atlas Agena. I know how to get this done. Try building it out grids. Hang on. There's something I want to take a look at. This is our Mercury capsule, right? If I go to structural. But still, that's honestly not that heavy. You want a Gina? Eventually. But I want to build an MLV first. Smaller ones? You mean the cubic octagonal strut? I'm not sure how that's gonna look. I'll figure something out. Or we go straight to Gemini. But the good news is we've got our flyby at the Mun done. Well, Mercury was earlier. But with Gemini, we're going to have to acquire a new rocket. Which we're going to have to build anyway. Hang on, let me see where the Separatrons are on the tech tree. Yeah, we need to see that. If I recall, they are right here. Those are going to be immensely helpful going forward. Which means we gotta get crewed missions fast. Well, I think I know how to hatch a plan in order to get this to happen. Maybe we could take this and we can make a rover. Just a small little rover. Go around, collect the science. Do I love all our Kerbals? I love every Kerbal equally. As a tool I could use. I'll be honest, guys, I'm struggling here. I'm actually struggling. Oh yeah, I have Kerbal inventory system. Don't save. How would EJ do this? No. I gotta think about this. Wait, maybe there is a way of getting the launch escape system to work the way I want it to. Huh. Neat. Huh. Maybe I can get this to work. It's small enough. This looks ridiculous and I hate it, but it'll do. That's the tiny nose cone. That's nearly as big as the capsule itself. Okay, and that's just too large. You're the closest fit. And you could be attached radially. That doesn't look bad, per se. Nah. We could just... I could just strap it on to the spare upper stage and just be done with it. Not a bad idea, Graham. What's that gonna look like? For thermals, though. Well, this is obviously required. We need a heat shield. Wheel authority, none. What I am going to do, on the other hand, is add a small, essentially a small service module. I'll snooze ads one more time. Oh god, I hate it. Okay, but that on top with actually looks somewhat decent. I could also just develop something for an orbital flight. Hmm. Maybe just develop something for orbital flight. And be done with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna have 4 thrusters here for attitude control. And I want to add some utility. So chat, what do we call this thing? I'm thinking Pegasus. Oh, wait, do I need that much monopropellant? Wait, we have the launch escape system already? Well, I'll be damned. But that's clearly an Apollo LES. Rebounder's not a bad idea, Graham. I'm kind of fond of the idea, actually. I'll go with Pegasus, though. Is this how an engine's supposed to be attached to a spacecraft? No, of course not. But here, why not? We just need something that works. I kind of like the idea of rebounder, Graham. Ooh, what about Icarus? Fly too close to the sun? Hermes is another good idea. Everyone else is out there. What are your suggestions? Because I may as well end the stream with this. With christening our first capsule. And from here, I'm gonna be modifying the Sparrow so it can actually hurl this thing into space. Add an offset control surface. Wait, why is that, Graham? Is it to mimic the flap that the Mercury capsule had? I mean, right now, this is just going to be on a ballistic trajectory, so is that really needed? Plus, the control surfaces I have, they're too big. See? I'd say we just leave it as a ballistic trajectory for now, and we worry about that later. Maybe for our Gemini capsule. But I've decided. I'll call it Icarus. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and do the auto strutting. But before I do, I say it's time to call it. We got a lot done. We really got a lot done, actually. Man. And I'm so happy that, we got our first couple satellites ready. And yeah, our program's finally off. Sparrow getting solid rocket motors was a good call after all. Though I am gonna have to tune it in. Or just go for hammers instead of thumpers. And we got our first capsule, which we've decided to dub the Icarus program. But that's enough of my rambling. I want to see who I can raid. Yeah, no brainer. Guys, we're gonna go raid a good friend of mine. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's go pass the raid on to Urban. Old school KSP player. And a really good one at that. I believe it's his birthday, so go ahead and wish him happy birthday. And while you're over there, but that's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, and take care. Later.
Hey! Nova Raptor with the raid. Just gonna get a shout out for you in just a second.
What a great builder.
Oh god. What did I just do? Oh yeah, we're fine. There he is. Thank you, Level Up.
His builds.
Yeah, I have, yeah. Nova Raptor's one of those, does loads and loads of research and sort of nails down the concept. I really like it. Yeah, thank you very much to the raid, No Raptor. Let's get through the ad if we're not already in. I'd love to know what you're up to. How'd it go? KSP career, and we finally got the program off the ground. Ooh, what, because last time I spoke to you, you were doing like the post-Apollo stuff, right? Or kind of more the early part of that. So yeah, how's it going? How's the architecture looking? Currently, look at the clock, 17 hours nearly into the stream with 8 still to go. Okay.
It's painful, but you know, you're happy,
Yeah.
right? You're happy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm having a great time. I've eaten now. Cat's here somewhere.
The chowder.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like one guy going after Urban, and then like a long line of German fighters going after that guy.
Get in line.
Because I'm the leader, they're defending my honor.
It's hard.
Follow program and the SLV spec. That's it, yeah. See something on. Very nice. Ad was boosted. Oh, because you can just upgrade them. Yeah.
He's building some things for the Luna server as well.
Ooh.
Yep.
I'm excited for that. Okay. Who this is?